Let's see some of these characters.
Oh.
Andy, you may be able to tell us who the characters are meant to be.
I think this is Jon Snow sporting the Winterfell autumn look from 2017. Very
cold up north.
The dead badger around his shoulder there was very in that year, wasn't it? It's quite cinched at the waist as well. I'm not sure. I don't know everyone. I think this is Gandalf. Professor Snape.
And that's Daenerys.
Daenerys Targaryen with her eggs. And Cersei Lannister.
No, Bet Lynch at the end.
Shame. Cersei Lannister is my favourite GIF ever, or GIF, however you want to pronounce it, where she's being whipped naked walking down the street, and they're going shame.
Don't go. I haven't seen that bit.
Oh, sorry, it doesn't happen. I just made it up.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, we've got to be careful not to do spoiler alerts, but just bear in mind you just can't count on anything happening. Storm, do introduce us to some of these amazing superfans.
I would like to introduce myself. I want to find out who these guys are. So we've got Daenerys here.
Hi.
So what's your name, really?
My name's Becky.
And what is it about Daenerys that you really love?
She's quite empowering. She kind of doesn't take a lot of crap from anyone, and she kind of stands on her own 2 feet, really. And I think that's a strong sort of role model for sort of the modern woman, really.
Fabulous. And you're Yara Greyjoy, would that be right?
I am, yes.
What's your real name?
My name is Anita.
Anita. Equally as lovely.
Thank you.
And why do you like Yara?
I think she's just badass and she kicks ass a lot. So she's standing up for her own. She loses basically half her family.
I think all the women are quite strong, really, in Game of Thrones, isn't that right? And who do we have here?
I'm Imogen.
And you're dressed as Cersei.
Yeah.
And what is it about Cersei that you like? Because she's quite nasty, really.
Oh, she's just so cool. Like, she's such a well-built character as well. She's so complex, and we've had her from the beginning as well. So we've been able to watch this complete journey with her, and she's been crazy, and I love her. A bit madness.
Great. And we have Jon Snow at the back here, is that right?
Yeah, it is, yeah. My name's Phil.
Your name's Phil. And what is it about Jon Snow that you love?
I'm going to be honest, I don't really know that much about him. Of the character. I'm not that much of a super fan.
You're joking?
But no, seriously,
So do you just dress like this every day?
Yeah, every day, yeah.
So what got you into dressing up like Jon Snow?
People were telling me I look like him. And then, my mate said to me, you should go for it. Get a costume, do some jobs, and that's what I've been doing.
And you saw how much people quite like Harrington. And you thought, that's the one for me, go out like that on a Saturday night.
Yep, why not?
Successful, well done. And we've got the Red Priestess here. What's your name?
I'm Hannah.
Hannah. And the Red Priestess is also quite a nasty character.
Yeah, she's bewitching, really. She's one of those characters you kind of love to hate. She plays it so well, you can't help but love her because she does it so well, but then you're so shocked by her actions as well.
And how often do you dress up like her?
The first time I dressed up her was last May, and I actually hadn't finished watching the series by that point. So I was at a convention and people were talking to me about it, and I was like, don't spoil it for me, please. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And we have another Jon Snow here. What is it about Game of Thrones that's so good?
I don't know where to start, to be honest with you. It's just such a well-written, fantastic show. Everything comes full circle, and I expect there'll be lots of drama, death, more sex, and a lot of fun towards the end, but some big deaths are coming.
I suspect you won't be disappointed. None of you will. Or maybe you at the back because you just never watched it. Odd. We're going to go to the phones now, I think.
Let's see what people at home, and they would sum up why it's so brilliant.
Well, we're going to speak to Jacky from Essex now.
Hi there, Jacky.
Good morning.
Do you think it's brilliant?
I think it's total rubbish.
I knew there'd be one.
I've just been listening to those young women talking about empowered women. You want to read about empowered women? Look up Lady Godiva and King Alfred's daughter, Lady of the Mercers. If you want empowered women, look up your history.
Yeah, no, you absolutely, you get those characters from history, but you also get, nobody's more feisty than Daenerys Targaryen. I can't believe I actually said that.
Lady Godiva and Lady of the Mercers.
Yeah, no, I get your point, but what's wrong with having a bit of fantasy on telly?
It's not fantasy, it's Anglo-Saxon history. It's a rip-off of J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, which is based on Anglo-Saxon history.
Oh, come on, Jacky, it's nothing like Lord of the Rings.
Part of the same creative vein. But you're talking about Lady Godiva. I could add, Queen Matilda and Boudica and all sorts of people to that. This is continuing that tradition. It's feeding off of that tradition. In fact, it's telling a whole new generation about that tradition. So, in fact, you should be celebrating it, not castigating it for being part of it. It's teaching women, and it's true, it teaches men that they can be soft and intelligent and emotional, as well as actually being really hard and powerful and spiritual. It talks about slavery, it talks about minorities standing up and getting their own power and fighting for it and empowering themselves.
And
what's wrong with that?
And it has dragons.
And
I'm sorry,
dragons.
They are brilliant. Jacky, I just don't understand you. Give it another go. You'll find something in it if you look hard enough.
We had a big reaction there when Jacky said that it was a rip-off of Lord of the Rings, particularly from you, Yara. Now, why is that?
Because I'm a huge fan of Tolkien's work, all of it, including the Silmarillion and the older stuff. And I don't think it is a rip-off at all. It's a complete separate world. It doesn't have any orcs or elves in it.
Or incest.
Or hobbits.
Or incest.
Bit of incest.
Yeah.
No, it's...
And do you think that you have to be into fantasy to be into Game of Thrones?
I'm not huge on fantasy. I think it's actually quite a minor part of it. It's so political, and it's a lot of gore and it's a lot of fighting, things like that. But the fantasy part is quite relatively small. You've obviously got the storyline with the White Walkers and everything that carries it through, but it's not that huge. And we love, I love history. I love historical figures. So we have so many strong women to look up to. And it's great to see it's great to see people and characters that we've got in
All right, well,
a big
let's
show like
ask
Game of Thrones.
Nicholas if we've convinced him enough to give it a try.
No.
We did our best, but I absolutely applaud you for. I love the. I absolutely applaud you. I don't blame you at all, and I'm going to come over there and ask you about when the next convention is, because I'd love to go.